Hello and welcome. Thank you for joining me. Welcome to our weekly peace practice. Peace is a practice, and we want to spend time on a regular basis cultivating peace within ourselves. For as we expand our own peace, that then radiates out to the people around us. Peace begins with the individual, and then it spreads to others in our families, in our communities, in our workplaces. So this evening, we are going to practice cultivating peace by aligning our chakras. If you don't know what that is, don't worry. We are going to cover that in just a moment. But as we begin, as we come into this moment, into this time of togetherness and peacefulness, I would invite you to scan your body, scan your mind, and tap into how you are feeling. What's going on with you right now? Do you have any swirling thoughts? Do you have any discomfort anywhere in your body? And if you would like to kind of subjectively rate your peacefulness right now on a scale of 0 to 10, as far as 0 being you're just completely peaceful, you're feeling very zen, as relaxed as a wet noodle, I like to say, or 10 being very anxious, very worried, feeling overwhelmed. And just give yourself a number, and we'll come back to that later. And now let us begin to bring our attention to our breath. Begin to slow down your breathing, taking long, slow inhales, and slowly exhaling completely with your mouth open or closed. Inhaling again through your nose and letting it out. And one more. Let us set our intention for this practice together. May our practice transform and transmute blockages, impedances, and stagnation in our body and around our body, enabling us to thrive, body, mind, and spirit. Now, before we jump into working with our chakras, I thought it would be helpful to introduce you to the anatomy of the chakras, because a lot of folks just aren't familiar with that. You may have seen these pictures of the chakras, and there's 7 primary ones, which we will go over in a bit, but they're often depicted as just like these circles or these symbols on different parts of the body. And that may be how they look from head on, looking at a person. But I want to show you a diagram, and this is from a book called Hands of Light, A Guide to Healing Through the Human Energy Field, and this is by Barbara Ann Brennan. And the illustrations in this book are by Joseph A. Smith. And I made a copy because that's easier than trying to hold the book up. I'm just going to show you here. If you were looking at these chakras from head on, you would see that they kind of look like a circle, but they're really more like a funnel. They're actually like a vortex of swirling energy. And the main chakras along the body have a portion that goes out towards the front of the body and another portion that goes out to the back. Now, the exception to that would be the bottommost chakra, which is the root chakra. You see that is a funnel that's pointing straight down towards the ground. And the other exception would be up here, the crown chakra, which is pointing straight up to the heavens. It's not, those two are not paired, but all the others are paired. And this line that you see that connects all the chakras, that's our hara, or our line of intention. And I want you to be able to visualize your chakras as we're working with them. Now, this is what the chakras look like when they're in alignment. I've got a picture I want to show you of chakras that are not in alignment. And this image is from another book by Barbara Ann Brennan, and it's called Light Emerging, The Journey of Personal Healing. And in this particular image, you see two individuals. One of them, her chakras are kind of like what we saw in the other picture, except here we've got the crown chakra is actually bending towards this person that they're having an interaction with. And you see this energy that's coming from their chakras, and it's flowing towards this other person, and their chakra is actually like the crown chakra. You see it's actually like being blown back or pushed back by this energy that's flowing towards them. And then the brow chakra is also pointed off to the side. And you'll see too, some of these chakras, they're a little misshapen. So they're not like a nice strong vortex, but they're kind of collapsed on themselves. Things that can get our chakras out of alignment, oh my goodness, there's so many things. But interactions with someone else, like you see in that picture there, illness, an accident, or sometimes our own thoughts and emotions can get our chakras a little out of whack. So it's just good self-care housekeeping to take the time to make sure that they are in alignment, that they are open, they're spinning well, and everything is flowing with the energy in our body. And that's what we're going to do with the chakra alignment technique that we're going to practice together in just a moment. This is very simple, and it's something that even after today's call, you'll be able to do on your own. And that's why I want to share it with you. So one of the things I want you to try next before we dive in is I want you to put your hands out in front of you with the palms facing, and practice pulling your hands apart and pushing them together. And I want you to pay attention to what you're feeling. Are you feeling anything in your palms? And this can take practice. Sometimes people don't feel anything right away, and that's fine. What we're going to do works whether you can feel it or not. Well, what you might feel as you bring your hands together, you might feel some pressure. You might feel some resistance. You might feel a buzzing or a tingling. What's happening here is we have energy centers in our hands, and those energy centers are pointed towards each other. So when we do the chakra connection in just a moment, you're going to want to concentrate on the energy flowing between your palms. And if you don't feel anything, if you don't feel the energy flowing, that's fine. It takes practice sometimes. All right, let's begin with going back to the deep breathing. And while we're doing that, I'm going to invite you to take your 3 middle fingers on each hand and tap below your eye on your cheekbone. We've done this before. And as you tap, if you may recall, that activating these acupressure points at this part of our face can help with grounding. So tap into your imagination as you're doing this and feel the energy from your bottommost chakra, your root chakra, which faces towards the earth. Feel that energy spiraling down and connecting with the earth. When we talk about being grounded, which we've done in other sessions, and I've compared being grounded to the grounding wire for an electrical system in a building. which helps an electrical system to discharge excess electricity. Our grounding system from our root chakra helps us to balance the energy in our body by releasing any excess energy, emotions, thoughts that we don't need to carry anymore. And also retrieving energy from the earth to help sustain us when we need the nourishment. So as we tap our cheekbones, I want you to focus on your root chakra connecting to the earth. And now we're going to rub our hands together a little bit, shake them off, rub them together again. And we're going to go to our first placement. Take one hand, it doesn't matter which one, and put it over your abdomen, right below your navel. And take the other hand and put it between your thighs, kind of midway between your pelvis and your knees. The hand between your thighs is pointed towards your root chakra. And the hand over your abdomen is resting over your sacral chakra. Take a deep breath. Let it out. And with your imagination, with your intention, see the energy from your palms connecting, bringing the root chakra and the sacral chakra into alignment. Your root chakra, like I spoke about earlier, receives energy from the earth, and it helps to dissipate excess energy back to the earth. It's how we feel grounded. Your root chakra carries the emotional imprint from your early childhood and also from your ancestors. Taking a deep breath and let it out. Continue to focus on the energy connecting between your palms. Our root chakra drives us to eat, to stay safe, to reproduce, and to survive. It's the chakra associated with our purpose, our will to live, and our desire to belong. Taking a deep breath and let it out slowly. The sacral chakra, which is the next one up, the one below your other hand. This is the seat of our creativity. That can be art or music, but it can be any kind of creation. Because we are often inspired to create, whether it's through writing or cooking or whatever your mode of expression is. This is your seat of creativity. It's also the home of your essence, who you were before the world got its hands on you, the part of you that is constant, perpetual. The energy of the sacral chakra is innocence, faith, trust. Think about a small child, how they're so trustworthy. Faith, they have faith that everything will work out for them. And your sacral chakra is also the source of healing, whether for yourself or the healing you give to others. Taking a deep breath. And leaving one hand over your sacral chakra, take the hand that is pointed towards your root and put it above your navel, at the base of your rib cage. This is the solar plexus chakra. It's the seat of your sense of self as has been influenced by your upbringing, your family, your society, your culture. It's the chakra of self-esteem, self-discipline, and personal power. Focus on the energy between your palms connecting as the energy of your sacral and solar plexus chakras come into alignment with each other and the root chakra. Taking a deep breath and let it out slowly. Leaving the hand over your solar plexus chakra in place, take the hand that's over your sacral chakra and bring it up to the middle of your torso, even with your heart. This is the location of your heart chakra. Continuing to breathe long, slow inhales and exhales. Concentrate on the energy between your palms connecting. As you feel your heart chakra come into alignment with your solar plexus chakra and the sacral and the root chakras. Your heart chakra is the energy that allows you to love yourself and others. It's the seat of compassion and empathy. And it is the chakra associated with our heart, which is one of the most powerful organs in our body. We put so much emphasis on the brain, but as I've shared with you before, the energy of your heart, the electromagnetic field around your heart is 5,000 times the strength of the electromagnetic field around your brain. Taking a deep breath. Continuing to focus on the energy between your palms connecting as your heart chakra comes into alignment. Leaving your hand over your heart chakra, take the hand that's over your solar plexus chakra and move it up to the area of your throat. Our throat chakra is connected with all the other chakras. It integrates the energy from those chakras and allows us to then speak our truth. But our throat chakra is not just about communicating outward. It's also about listening. Not only expressing our truth, but taking in the truth of others. Continue to breathe long and slow as you focus on the energy between your palms connecting, bringing your heart chakra in alignment with your throat chakra. And all the other chakras. Taking a deep breath and let it out. And now leaving your hand over your throat chakra, take the hand that's over your heart chakra and raise it to your forehead. Between and just above our eyebrows is our third eye chakra. This chakra is the seat of our perception, our intuition, our spiritual insight. It is through this chakra that we experience our interconnectedness with the world, with others. We live in a society that tends to focus maybe overmuch on the individual. And we forget to tune in to the fact that we are not alone. We are an individual, but we are also connected to a network of all life. Take in a deep breath and let it out, focusing on the energy connecting between your palms as your throat and your third eye chakras come into alignment. And now leaving your hand over your third eye chakra, take the hand over your throat chakra and raise it to the top of your head, to the apex of your head. Concentrate on the energies connecting between your palms as your third eye chakra comes into alignment with your crown chakra. Your crown chakra is your connection to universal consciousness. It helps us to see that the perception we have of boundaries between us and others is a false perception. The crown energy is associated with intellectual stimulation, and our connection to a consciousness, a wisdom that is beyond us, that is universal. And now one more position I'm going to show you. Please take your hand that's over your third eye chakra and place it, I'm going to have to scoot down, above your other hand with the palm pointed upward. This is your transpersonal point. It's not a chakra, but it is the connection between you and everything else. If you were to picture a leaf on a tree, the stem of the leaf, this is your stem, your connection to everything else. This would be your connection to the branch on the tree. And as you continue to breathe long, slow breaths, feel the energy connecting between your crown chakra and your transpersonal point. Take in a deep breath and let it go. Now you can put your arms down. They may have gotten tired. If you feel that doing this exercise, your arms get tired, something you can do is you can do it lying down, like lying on your bed, and then you can just rest your arms on the bed. If you want to know more about the chakras, some resources that I think are particularly helpful is Anna Dea Judith's book, Eastern Body, Western Mind. She really goes in deep talking about each of the chakras, how to keep them healthy, and what it feels like or looks like when they are not in alignment. Another book that I would recommend is by Donna Eden, along with her husband, David Feinstein, Energy Medicine, Balancing Your Body's Energy for Optimal Health, Joy, and Vitality. Donna Eden's kind of the OG of energy medicine. So that's a great resource. Chakras are just one of the chapters that she covers. A lot of Donna's work focuses on the meridians. And then I touch on the chakras and the meridians in my book, 8 Intentions for Self-Healing. And I also talk about in the book how to make this type of energetic self-care a habit. It works better if it's something we do on a regular basis. If you leave this evening session and 2-3 weeks from now, you're feeling really stressed out and you say, well, let me do the chakra connection again, it will help, but it's more effective if you do it every day. And we don't usually wait until we're feeling really stinky to take a shower. We do it on a regular basis. And I think that we should be doing the same thing with cleansing and aligning our energy. The more you practice a technique like the chakra connection, the easier it will be for your body's energy to fall in line because it's more familiar with it. And it'll also help to build your ability to detect your energy and notice when things are out of alignment. Trying to think if there was something else I wanted to cover. Oh, yes. I do want to cover that sometimes because we don't see the chakras, we just see these beautiful diagrams with these lovely symbols. We tend to think of them as being just something that's conceptual, but there actually is anatomical evidence for the chakras. We have bundles of nerves, like where major networks all intersect at various places in our body. They're called plexuses. And those places where the nerves come together, they align with the chakras. And so if you think about the third chakra that we practiced was a solar plexus, because there is a plexus of nerves where there's a cardiac plexus, which is where our heart chakra is. And I go over all of that in my book, as well as the anatomical evidence for meridians. There is a network of thread-like vessels that go through our body that follow the paths of the meridians. So these are not just concepts, but we actually have systems in our body that relate to the meridians and to the chakras. We're about out of time. So before we close, I would like to pull a card for us from Louise Hay's Power Thoughts deck. I'm going to set the intention that the card I pull is something that will have meaning for all of us to carry with us this week. And if you feel that this evening was beneficial, and even if you don't, and you just want to practice it some more so that you get better at experiencing the benefits, remember that this live session will be recorded and available on the channel, so you'll be able to watch it over and over again. And you'll be able to spend more time in the positions on the chakras if that helps. I know when I first started, I would spend a lot more time there than I do now, because now my body clicks in a whole lot faster. All right, so the card I drew. All right, honestly, folks, I mean, you couldn't see, I was shuffling a little bit off camera because I can't shuffle up here, but this is perfect. Look at this. I balance my masculine and feminine sides. It's all about balance and alignment this evening. On the back of the card, it says the masculine and feminine parts of me are in perfect balance and harmony. I am at peace and all is well. So carry that sense of balance and integration and alignment with you this week. And I hope that you will join me again next week as we make peace a practice. I love you. Remember to intend peace, intend love, and intend well.